Okay, here we are in December. It's beautiful out again. I think we're getting away with something with kind of this nice weather. So we're gonna celebrate it. We're gonna celebrate the last month of 2020. It's gonna be really nice to put this year behind us in a lot of ways, but we're gonna celebrate with some really, really lovely wines as we kind of pick up the intensity with a lot of the whites, a little bit more texture going on with the whites. I think that's kind of the name of the game for the first half of the tasting with the three whites here. The three reds right here, we are bringing in a little bit more kind of savory quality from the Loire River here. A nice, really nice Anderson Valley Pinot Noir and kind of a full body kind of Cali, kind of a big boy, but a really fun new wine from a winery that really has been doing wonderful stuff. So it's 20% off as per usual. We're at about $145, but normally this would cost about $200. So we've got some really, really great savings in some of these bottles that we're discounting before we even discount them. So let's jump into December's selections. So we've got the holidays coming up, lots of opportunities to share nice wines. And let's not forget that whites work so well with a lot of the dishes that we're going to be working with, especially these textured whites. Sancerre. This is a Sancerre from Claude Riffaut. Claude Riffaut is one of those great producers in Sancerre that, in the same vein as Cotat, Thomas Labaye, Gerard Boulet, Vachon. There's like a handful of really, really great producers, and I think that Claude Riffaut is absolutely one of them. The next generation, Stéphane Riffaut, ages this wine in part neutral barrel, part stainless steel, and the resulting wines from organic vineyards and all hand harvested, which is rare. It's kind of rare for both of those in Sancerre. The resulting wines have this extra gear of texture, have this other dimension of spice, and it's still Sancerre. Like, these are all kind of white soils, kind of Kimmeridgians and chalks and marls. That mineral quality is still there, but there's just something else which kind of makes this Sancerre kind of something special to watch after. So I'm not a huge fan of Sancerre per se, because I think a lot of them can be really one-dimensional. This is a multi-dimensional Sancerre, kind of in the best way, and I find the wine fascinating and very compelling. So Claude Riffaut Sancerre. Moving to the mountains in northern Italy, the Val d'Osta. This is Elio Otine's Petit Arvine. Petit Arvine is a great variety that comes originally from Switzerland, kind of right up and over kind of the high Alps right there. This is in the Chateau de Mont Blanc, the highest peak in Europe, kind of right on the border with France, right on the edge of kind of the Mont Blanc tunnel. But Elio makes really small amounts of wine. He's about 2,800 cases full production, and we're about 700 cases here for this wine. So what is Petit Arvine? It's kind of like Chenin Blanc. It's kind of like certain styles of Chardonnay, kind of like Northern Rhone whites, which bring more texture and more spice. It just kind of has its own kind of accent, which is really, really nice. To be able to explore a new grape variety, B, probably a new wine growing area. We don't try too many Val d'Osta wines, so that's kind of fun for us. But these wines pair really, really well with certain cheese courses. If you're going to do fondue, like this is your wine, they're just lovely winter whites because of that little bit more texture, more body. All stainless steel, so it's not like an oaky kind of buttery thing, but yeah, this full body, it's nice. Moving kind of through the Mont Blanc tunnel and go to Lyon and then take a left, we're gonna be in the Northern Rhone, the Jean-Louis Chave. So Jean-Louis and his family's wines really don't need any introduction. I think many people in the world of wine see this winery as one of the absolute greats, myself included. We had the really amazing opportunity to visit Jean-Louis and taste wines with him and his family in their cellars, and it was a truly memorable tasting. But what always kind of is memorable for me is every time I come back to new vintages of his wines, I'm always just kind of in awe of the precision, the generous quality of the fruit, the fact that they always smell and taste like where they come from, the hills of the Northern Rhone. He's famous for his Hermitage, but the area right around Hermitage is the Crozes Hermitage appellation, and he does really, really wonderful stuff. So when you can't afford his $300 bottle of white Hermitage, you can afford his $30 bottle of Crozes Hermitage. but discounted down to 24. So lovely stuff. Marsan Roussan, neutral barrel. Yeah, just fantastic. Again, winter white. Awesome stuff. Moving into our first red, we are going to the Anderson Valley. This is Copan. Makes really fantastic Pinot Noir and Syrah from Sonoma County and the Anderson Valley inside of Mendocino County. This is from Mendocino County. This is their Les Voisins 2016. 16 was an awesome vintage across the board, all throughout California. And this is kind of holding true to the strength of that vintage. So there is a kind of like a cherry spice, this medium bodied. It's not too heavy by any stretch. Just a really, really lovely kind of presentation of kind of dried, kind of dried floral, like violet components, kind of spiced cherry, a little bit of like tea quality to it, but just really fantastic, cool climate Pinot Noir. Anderson Valley is the coolest valley in California for grape growing. And it's just a nice kind of expression of Pinot Noir. Normally a $40 bottle, but we're discounting this down to, I want to say, about 24 again. So awesome value. Moving to the Loire, we are in the village of Saumur. This is Chateau Fouquet. Chateau Fouquet is made by a family called Filiatreau. Filiatreau, Paul Filiatreau is the kind of the winemaker, and his son Charles kind of purchased this 6.5 hectare vineyard and really kind of fixed it up. It was like a fixer-upper, I guess you would say. All biodynamic farming. They got cuttings from Charles Jogwe, like one of the absolute great estates in Chinon. They got some of his best vines and transplanted them. So the pedigree of the fruit is really, really exceptional. 100% Cabernet Franc, all stainless steel from the very, very generous 18 vintage. Finishing up in California, this is Field Recordings, and this is their Fiasco, kind of a flashy golden label there. Field Recordings we've been working with for 4 or 5 years now, and everything they do is fantastic, everything. This is their 50% Cabernet, 50% Cabernet Sauvignon, 50% Sangiovese. So those two grapes don't really come together that often unless you're in some super Tuscan estate in Tuscany. But they have found a wonderful marriage here in this part of Santa Barbara. This is from Happy Canyon, I want to say, a new appellation just east of Santa Barbara. Yeah, full-bodied, powerful, not kind of dumb monolithic fruit. Really, really lovely, pretty fruit, but it's got some weight to it, So here we are. This is this is December, end of the year Cellar series. Happy holidays to all of you. Thanks for playing along with us. We hope you enjoy all of these wines. And don't forget, this would be one of the best gift ideas I can imagine, all with tasting notes included. So call, direct message, or email us. Thanks so much. Happy New Year.